All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Sanusi Not Life. My name is Adewale Agboke Jr. Please review us, rate us, give us a 5-star. Don't be a hater. Today, I'm gonna talk about Captain America. Gotta continue to talk about these superheroes, aka Steve Rogers, created by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, of course, and the great Stan Lee. So I'm gonna talk about it. The character. I've been waiting a long time to get to Captain America, man. But before we get into the show, we want to thank our sponsors. This Television Podcast is brought to you by Tigler. If you need executive services from plumbers to pediatricians, everything in between, that's Tigler.com. That's Tigler.com. It's really hard to find professionals. So if you're looking for professionals for everything that you're trying to do, whether it's from plumbers to pediatricians to contractors, Tigler.com, yo. That's Tigler.com. That's TGRI.com. That's TGRI.com, Tigler.com, and find the best of the best to do what you want. And that's why we partnered up with Tigler.com, because these guys are helping people to find the best of the best for the professionals that they need for the things that they do. So that's Tigler.com, y'all. That's Tigler.com. That's also brought to you by Anadel for the Knuckle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadel for the Knuckle make your feet happy again. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. Like I stated before, always got these in each pair of my batas that I wear. Every single time. I don't go anywhere without them. Always got to have them. It's made me being foot pain free for a long time. It's going on 10 years now, man. I used to have plantar fasciitis, man, until I went to see Dr. Nero Nusode. No surgery was needed. Just simple foot muscle exercise. Next year, my feet don't hurt no more. I am at the point where I don't feel anything. And even when I don't do the stretches, I still don't feel anything. So custom orthotics, not generics, get customized, designed to your feet specifically. So make an appointment today with Dr. Nero Nusode and let AnadelCenter.com make your feet happy again. So as I stated before, to grill, got to check that out. President, owner, Adetaya Agboke, they're over there doing big things. So if you know you want something professionally done for you, you got to go to grillsearch.com. That's to grill.com. Just check it out, search, find whoever it is you're looking for, the professional looking for, from landscapers to plumbers to pediatricians. I just have to bring it up again because this is an awesome sponsor. You know, we're doing good. Like you said, not too many podcasts have sponsors the way I got sponsors, but I got sponsors. That's a testament to what we're doing over here at Sound Vision, man. So we're going to keep growing. But that's to grillsearch.com. That's to grill.com. Not to grillsearch.com, but to grill.com. I just like saying it the other way, but to grill.com, yo. That's to grill.com. All right.
Captain, are you all right? Bucky! Whoa, wait! Everything's okay, Captain, you're safe. You're with friends. What are you? Some kind of hydro-automaton? Listen, you've been frozen in ice for decades. You're creative. I'll give you that. Where have you taken me? Where's Bucky?
Calm yourself, Captain. As the robot says, you are among friends.
All right, y'all, let's get into this podcast, man. As I stated before, I wanted to talk about Captain America, aka Steve Rogers. You know what I'm saying? The first Avenger. What can I tell you, man? Steve Rogers has been around since God knows when, man. And this guy, we're not going to mess it up because we're going to go into a lot of detail about Steve Rogers, man. The things that I'm going to talk about today. His origins, his powers, his origins, his history, his powers, comics, animation, movies. I mean, dude, this dude has got an entire gamut. And so I don't forget, check that out, the Captain America drawing. Yeah, that's right. I got skills like that. And look, if you want this poster, it's available on soundvision.com. All you have to do is go to soundvision.com, type in the Captain America, and you see all variations of Captain America drawings. And I got more to show you. Y'all thought it was just one? Oh no, I got plenty of that. I'm a big time Captain America fan. Let's check out a classic Captain America right here. Check this out, man. You know what I mean? Look at that. Final victory. Yeah, that's what we're doing over here at Sound Vision. So, look, Captain America, aka Steve Rogers, the first Avenger, right? So, the origins. Let's start off with the origins, where he's from. Of course, everybody knows he's from Brooklyn, New York. Hey, Brooklyn's up in the house. You know what I mean? Brooklyn is being from Brooklyn, a skinny kid. I mean, dude was the complete opposite of what he is as Captain America. Let's just put it that way. A twig stick, literally a twig stick, not thicker than this pencil, man. This dude was the polar opposite of what he become. And so, you know, he tries enlisting in the army, and they weren't having it, man. Like, dude, get out our face. We're doing you a favor. Just like you saw in Captain America, the first Avenger, the first movie, it was the same story throughout the history when Jack Kirby and Joe Simon created, of course, The storyline was orchestrated by Captain America. But you know, when you have three great minds like that, Joe Simon, Stan Lee, the great Jack Kirby, all these three amazing individuals creating characters like this is why we can watch Captain America, Winter Soldier, Captain America, the Civil War, the Avengers, all this stuff, man. And Captain America was a character that really was created in the World War. And when he came around, like I said, 1918, World War I, when he came around, it was a time when there was like, I wouldn't call it propaganda, but you needed something to symbolize the country and people could gear towards somebody who symbolized something. At the same time, while creating Captain America, a lot of the world didn't like the fact that you were calling the person Captain America. Even when we watched the movies, the first Captain America, they didn't even call it Captain America in some parts of the world. They called it First Avenger because calling it Captain America would have offended some people. And so this character was created in 1918. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna July 4th, actually specifically 1918, literally on the birth of the 4th of July, which is literally celebration of America's history, right? So the real character's name is Steve Grant Rogers. Full name Steve Grant Rogers. Of course, he's based on Marvel Comics, which back then when Stan Lee and Jack Kirby were working together, they were just creating characters. And they didn't know it would be this great. I'm watching this as a kid. I remember reading comic books and all kinds of stuff. I'm thinking, wow, this is the craziest, coolest thing I've ever seen. I remember even having this one. In fact, talking about comics. Oh, you know, I got to break out the comics eventually. So y'all give me a second, man. Oh, you know that. Oh yeah, this is for sure about to happen now. I had to go look for some stuff. I wasn't trying to be shortchanged. I got stuff for y'all, man. Oh, this is going down now that I'm thinking about it. Oh yeah. Okay. Now we good to go. Let's pick up where we left off. I got to stay before his origins. Was created in his first appearance, well, the first movie appearance, right? But the last was based on the character was created by Jack Kirby and Joe Simon, right? And of course, most of us know Captain America now because Marvel has done a great job of creating a movie starring Chris Evans, of course, who plays Captain America, who does a great job, which I'm going to talk about later on down the movies, as Captain America, and he's just really popped him out. One thing about Captain America has done a better job of going through time than Superman has, which is what I keep talking about, why I feel like that's just a hot mess. But 1918, Captain America created on July 4th, and I guess his birth, right? But Marvel wasn't really, so Steve Rogers was born July 4th, 1918 in Brooklyn, New York, to Joseph and Sarah Rogers. His father, a member of the 107th Infantry Regiment, was killed by mustard gas during World War I. He was raised by his mother, a nurse who died of tuberculosis. Yeah, that's all the stuff you're reading about in the movies. Leaving Rogers alone at the age of 18, at just 5'4" tall and weighing only 90 pounds. Rogers was also afflicted with a number of medical issues, including asthma, sclerosis, art emphysema, partial deafness, stomach ulcers, and pernicious ammonia. So on the onset of World War II, right, like I told y'all, Rogers attempted to enlist in the United States Armed Forces by repeatedly rejected due to his numerous health problems. In 1942, while attending Stock Expo with his best friend, James Barnes Buchanan, aka the Winter Soldier, Rogers again attempts to enlist. Dr. Abraham Essig overhears Rogers speaking with Barnes and approves his enlistment due to his continued efforts to serve his country despite his physical handicaps. He is recruited in a strategic scientific reserve, which is known as SSR, as part of the super soldier experiment under Ershik. U.S. Army Colonel Chester Phillips, and British MI6 agent Peggy Carter. The night before the treatment, Elsick reveals to Rogers that Nazi officer John Smith, head of the science division called Hydra, underwent an imperfect version of the procedure and suffered permanent side effects. Nevertheless, Rogers still didn't care. He still went through it. And he goes through the experiment. He, of course, he goes from the 5'4" dude to the 6'2", 240 muscular dude. Everything that he was when he was 5'4" in terms of character, still kept as the guy who was 6'2", except now he has super strength. He could stand up to bullies. He could whoop butt whenever he needed to. I mean, Captain America, I never really cared for Captain America till Chris Evans became Captain America. And watching the movies, because I never saw Captain America as a guy who was standing up for everybody in America. It wasn't until I watched the movies till I realized, man, this Captain America don't give a damn. If you a bully, you gonna get it. You gonna get your ass handed to you, man. And he saw the Red Skull as nothing but a bully, which is what he was. So Steve Rogers on the goes this thing, comes back out of the thing, and the next thing he's got superpowers. Now he's got a, just like in the movie, he has to go and free his friends. And when he does, he realizes that he's got a responsibility having this ability. So he becomes the first Avenger. By himself, he leads the Howling Commandos, right? And so this is where now a history of Captain America becomes something where everybody else behind him, all the people that come behind him, Iron Man, Black Widow, Hulk, all of those other guys become historic. So now,
Captain America, stand down. You really need to come with us.
Hey! We don't want to fight you. We're trying to help you.
What are you, lady? One of Zemo's experiments?
What? No, well, it's complicated.
Stand aside, boss! Sir, we really need to get you to a hospital. Okay, enough. You have to come with us. You don't understand. This is not 1943.
He is a warrior, Stark. He will not yield.
You've got that right, Hydra. Sorry you came all the way back from the dead to chalk up another
now let's talk about his history. His history is, okay, so he gets these powers. Now what's he doing with these powers, right? So he joins forces. He actually creates his own team, the Howling Commandos. He picks his own soldiers, just like you saw in the movies, right? Just like you saw in the movie First Avenger. While on tour in Italy, just like you saw in the movies, in the 107, his friend Bucky Barnes, aka Big Bucky, gets captured, part of the 107th Infantry. So now Rogers has to dress up. Well, he doesn't dress up. He decides to take the shield and go into the place and free all the fellow soldiers. So he gets help from Peggy Carter, who's his future wife, and they fly him over into the area so he could go free them. This dude drops in there, puts a whooping on everybody up in there, and frees Bucky Barnes and the other soldiers. And then all of a sudden, he's got the Howling Commandos. And so he recruits his friend, Bucky Barnes, of course, and several other elite soldiers who were among the prisoners we rescued to form the team known as the Howling Commandos to attack the Hydra bases, which they did just like you saw in the movies. I mean, they gave whoopings left and right to Hydra, man. And then over the next 2 years, Rogers and the Howling Commandos would help to turn the tide of the war into a favor of the Allies. The team eventually captures top Hydra scientist Amin Zola on the train. That Barnes falls into a presumed death to the battle. Using the informed extracted from Zola, Rogers leads an Hydra final stronghold to Smith from using his weapons for mass destruction. I mean, the thing about like Captain America is that in history is like, he starts off as a character who's just literally based for Caucasians in America. Let's just be honest about that, because back then the comics weren't really trying to make him a very universal character. Let's just put it that way, right? But then as it goes, as they evolve from the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, there was less propaganda and more like function. And then when you hit Chris Evans in 2011, when they dropped the first Captain America, first Avenger, I was like, this dude is a sicko superhero, because now when you modernize the thinking of the creators and those who are in the creative field, they're like, we got to make this character be like what he got to symbolize all of America. So right, and then all of a sudden I'm like the biggest Captain America fan. I'm talking like video games. I'm playing with this guy, T-shirts. I'm drawing this dude because Chris Evans did such a great job as Captain America, and I don't mean good. No, he did a great job, and so he literally embodied all of Captain America. Because Captain America, while this whole time he was fighting as the Island Commander, defeat the various forces of Hydra and defeat Yolan Smith. He eventually has to stop. Well, you know it. He eventually has to stop the plane. And when he tries to stop the plane can't be stopped, so he has to crash it into the ocean before it hits Brooklyn, New York, and blows everything to. It hits New York and blows everything to over everything to crap. He crashes into the ocean, and he's sleeping for 70 years, literally suspended that in physical body time animation. So he literally in 20. So he sleep. Okay, so he's sleeping for nearly 70 years. Nearly 70 years. Rogers learns, and then when he comes out of that 70-year coma, that 70-year sleep slumber. All of his friends, comrades, are all deceased. He basically struggles to adjust the world that he's living in now, which is kind of weird. And then of all places, he ends up with Shield, aka the king, the leader of Shield, Nick Fury, who's a former soldier himself. So Nick Fury basically initiates him back into the world by giving him small missions. But the real mission was to really get him to become the leader of the Avengers. And if you've ever watched Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, or Avengers Assemble, or the movies, or the animated movies, Ultimate Avengers 1 and 2, you'll understand Captain America, like, he's not just a leader because he's the first Avenger. He's a leader because he can direct people, he can motivate people, he can inspire people. He becomes an inspirational character. That's really what Captain America's history is. He's an inspirational figure. And I think now that all the Avengers movies have passed, especially this group of Avengers movies anyway, you realize that a character like that, he's basically the Superman for Marvel, except he's a better character in Marvel than Superman is a better character in DC. That's just the honest truth. The movie's better. Captain America has the best 3 movie trilogies I've ever seen. No 3 can beat those 3 movies. I mean, that's just sick. The closest thing to it is probably Blade. And look, Captain America is an incredible character. I really didn't even think I liked that character that much till Chris Evans started playing him. I mean, this dude is just all that in bag of chips. And also too, so when he comes out of that sleep slumber, he's got to lead a team. He's got to get himself back acclimated into normal society. He goes through PTSD. He's having these different visions. He's not sleeping. He's not functioning, and he has to kind of marinate himself back into society, which he has a difficult time. And so when you watch First Avenger, Winter Soldier, and then Civil War, you get to see that in Winter Soldier's side, it starts to sort of get normal, and then by Civil War, it's like, man, the world is still the same. No matter what time I live in, it's still a hot mess. So I still got to fix this, and there's always a fight. And he's always, funny thing is, he's always on the right side of that fight whenever it happens. Like even in Civil War, the whole time him and Iron Man were going at it, Iron Man actually admitted you were right. So that's the trippy, man. So Captain America's history, man, I don't think any character, well, there's been many characters, but no character that doesn't have like flight abilities or any of that stuff. He's literally just a soldier. But I think we relate to him so much because a lot of people relate to him so much. He's basically, I personally think he's Marvel's Batman. That's how I see Captain America. He's supposed to be the symbol like Captain America. I mean, like Superman. But I feel more like he's Marvel's Batman. In more like he's just a fighter. He's just got training and stuff like that. But he doesn't have any exact. His superpowers are that he's a superhuman being. But I think Captain America is so cool. Like the Shield, man. This dude. Oh my God. This dude can fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be next. Now that's the history right there.
Need a little help, friend?
Amerikanischer Hund? Put him down like the dogs.
Better men than you have tried, and all of them have failed.
Guess we made our point.
But our job isn't done. Here, son. I believe this is yours.
Vive la France! Vive la liberté!
If I have anything to say about it.
That'll bring reinforcements. Better make ourselves scarce.
Agreed. By the way, if you're Logan, I'm your backup. I'm Captain America.
Really? I never would have guessed. I couldn't.
Beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, Mr. Stroud. Stephen? Can you hear me?
Probably too late to go to the bathroom, right?
We'll proceed.
That's 10%. 20%. 30. That's 40%. Vital signs are normal. That's 50%. 60. 70.
Shut it down! Shut it down!
Kill the reactor, Mr. Stark! Find it all! Kill it! Kill the reactor!
No! Don't! I can do this!
That's 100%! Mr. Stark!
Son of a bitch did it.
Yeah. I think we did. You actually did it.
How'd you feel?
Next up is the powers of Captain America. Oh my God, this dude, Captain America, man. I ain't never seen so his powers include strength, which is able to live up to 1,100 pounds. He can bench press 1,100 pounds. You saw in the movie when Bucky Barnes was trying to fly away in Winter Soldier, the Captain America, Winter Soldier second movie. He was pulling. Civil War. He was pulling the helicopter from taking off. I'm like, holy crap. Of course, we never saw him pick up a tank, but he's plenty strong. I'm sure he can stop a car. He's got combat skills, different types of martial arts disciplines, from karate to jiu-jitsu to wrestling skills. And man, he can throw that shield, man. You know, let's talk about his abilities. So yeah, superhuman strength, superhuman speed, endurance, durability, reflexes, accelerated healing, longevity. He's an expert tactician and strategist, master of hand-to-hand combat, man. This guy, Captain America, even when he gets hurt, he heals, and he can't get drunk. So no matter how much alcohol he drinks, he ain't getting drunk. And aside from that, these abilities I just listed, he has military training. So yes, when he was getting his military training, when he was 5'4", 90 pounds, all that stuff that he learned when he was doing that, he had to use his brain. But the minute he got all the super soldier serum in him, which is part of his history, man, this dude just becomes that dude. You know what I mean? Now he's got hand-to-hand combat skills. That's what's great about Captain America's history. He wasn't one thing in the beginning. He had to become something. Most superheroes, they're born with it completely. He had to actually be given it. Because without the soldier serum, he wouldn't be Captain America today. So, you know, the serum, just like in the movies, he becomes enhanced. He's got super strength. He can heal. And what he became is what he was as a normal person when he had no powers. He still had honor. He still had his way of living. You can call it stubborn, you can call it whatever you want, but hey, when he thought something was right, it was right. And man, he did not like no bullies. He didn't like no bullies. And also, too, Captain America, I guess, that shield. Not everybody can throw that shield except for Sam Wilson, man. I mean, of course, you see in the movies he's getting thrown everywhere, but he had that shield. And it's the way he moved with the shield, too. So him and the shield were one. I mean, this guy would be hitting you with 4 punches and boom, catch the shield again. The best scene I remember seeing was in Winter Soldier, in that helicopter scene when he was escaping from Hydra base, well, Shield base anyway. And he's riding a motorcycle. He flips a motorcycle. He jumps on top of that hovercraft vehicle. He throws it at the blades of the hovercraft. He pulls it out. He's just flipping all over the place, man. And he drops that thing. And I'm just like, oh, that's a sicko scene. I even watch it every Saturday. It's one of the inspirational scenes when I want to watch an action scene. I'm like, this scene is off the chain sick. Yeah, Captain America, man. Oh God, this dude's powers. I think I've never had, like I said, I've never went from totally not liking a character at all to like, this character is the dude right here. I'm talking about Captain America. The powers are simple, man. They're really not that much. The superhuman strength, which is way. He's 100 times stronger than the average human. Put it to you that way. You know what I'm saying? His speed, you saw it in Avengers Infinity War when him and Black Panther were racing past everybody. I mean, they just looked like they ran a 3.9 or something. Those guys were moving, man. You know what I mean? And of course, endurance. He never gets tired. He never seems to get tired. Even when Thanos or whoever he's fighting is beating his behind, he still ain't getting tired. Durability. I mean, they break him and then he just heals up. He kind of has that instantaneous healing thing, kind of like Wolverine, Flash, Superman. There's not too many characters that have that. The Hulk, excuse me. You know what I mean? Maybe Black Adam, you know what I'm saying? And then of course reflexes. He's very being that he's superhuman, he has a lot of acrobatics, so his reflexes are way more superior than the average human being. Like I said, the training that he has from the military, from the army, is what made him even more greater superhero. Because now you have military training combined with the brains that he has, combined with with his super soldier serum abilities. Man, that thing just puts him up on point. So Captain America's powers ain't like Superman or Green Lantern or Wonder Woman. This dude is just a human being, totally enhanced. You know what I'm saying? I think his powers are super cool. That's what made a lot of people relate to him, man. And I think that's why he's transitioned through from the 40s to the 50s to the 60s to the 70s to the 80s to the 90s. You get to see him like evolve as a human being, and so his powers are simple, man. And if your powers are just things that are inside you, enhanced as a human being, a lot of people are going to relate to that, because a lot of people can't relate to Superman. We all can't fly faster than the speed of light, or fly faster than the speed of light, or run faster, or have heat vision, or freeze breath. You know what I mean? So Captain America, man, he's that dude. Those are his powers right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Those are Captain America's powers.
Bucky? Who the hell is Bucky?
Next up is the comics. Man, I know you're shocked. I actually have some Captain America comics. This is the first one I ever bought. Then I bought the second one. This is actually was an issue that I bought in 1997. Excuse me. So I bought this one April. This one says April 1997. Then I bought this one July 1997. I've been collecting comics for a minute, man. You know what I mean? This comics right here, I've drawn from this. I don't know how many times I've drawn from this. And I remember comic books. I was not much of a Captain America fan. But Captain America, when I say this dude has comics, he got comics for days, man. This dude, man, let me look for some comics. Let me look for the first issue he ever appeared in. Let's look for over here. We're going to get into our comics, man, because I got to find that for y'all, man. Hold on. Let me see. Comics. The first comic. Let's see. Let me see here. I gotta look for comics. Y'all know I gotta look for comics. Let's see for the first time. Oh man, look at this mess. Here we go. So a lot of y'all who don't know what's up, man, this comic book. So there was a comic, the first comic book that came out. Let's see here. It was illustrated by Jack Kirby. I want to see what year. Let's go. Because you don't see stuff like this anymore. Oh man, are you serious? Hold on, y'all. I'm looking. Man, you got to. I'm over here looking for this thing. Y'all, I'm trying to find this. All I know is in the 40s, in the 1942s, is when the comic first came out. That's when Marvel was still doing the thing. Of course, Jack Kirby, they would, man, there wasn't anything they wasn't working on, man. Let's see here. I mean, here's some old comics, man. Okay, here we go. So legendary Jack King Kirby, co-creator of Captain America, returned to the title in the mid-1970s for an earth-shattering encore on Parallel to Share. I mean, the first Captain America comic was, you know what? What I want to find is the first Captain America comic. How about that? First Captain America comic. Because this was like in the early 50s, man. That's when Captain America came out. This dude's been around since. Okay, here we go. So Marvel celebrates 80th anniversary of legendary red, white, and super blue super soldier Captain America with a second omnibus hardcover of the vintage 1940s timely tales. So basically, the first comics came out in 1940. I mean, you weren't really getting any you weren't getting any comics back then until they started doing that. So Jack Kirby and of course Stan Lee being part of the writing team, and then Joe Simon creates it, Jack Kirby creates it, and then Stan Lee's the writer dude, and they create these amazing stories. And he's fighting, basically Captain America was fighting Red Skull. They kind of treated it like how Captain America was going against Germany. So everything was more of a country rival type of thing. And Captain America represented America, and Red Skull represented Germany, the Russians, German, and he was fighting against them. And then you had Captain America going in as a super soldier, as a team by himself, and he was just like, you had never seen stuff like this before, man. I mean, they were doing it was like classics, man. So across 12 giant-sized classics, Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes battled the Axis invaders, fifth columnists, weird terrors, robotic menaces, and iconic supervillains, Red Skull. The World War II era action takes place both stateside and in European and Pacific theaters of battle. Foes include the reanimated murderer Killer Cole, the lethal and lovely Queen Medusa, Black Talon, Black Toad. So this 64-page issue was off the chain. Like comics back then, man. I mean, Captain America's been around since the 1940s, up until 2021. Shoot, past what I'm showing you right here. There's not a lot of people that know too many things about this comics. This dude has how many? Captain America probably has over 300 issues of comics. Has to, man. There's no way he doesn't have so many. He's one of the few characters that literally has everything that I normally do on my show that I talk about, from the origins to the history to the powers to the comics to the animation to the movies. He's one of the few that actually has the entire gambit. I mean, Captain America, this is another reason why Captain America is so much better than Superman. Let me see if I can bring this thing up. Oh, look at this. Yeah, that's right. Y'all don't know about these comics right here, man. How many people got this right here? Look at this. The big three, baby. Now I understand why these were the three that fought Thanos in Endgame. Because at first I was like, where's Black Panther at? Where's Hulk at? They should be the ones fighting this guy. But these three cats, man, they have to get out and look at Captain America right there. You know what I mean? Dude, I've drawn this pose like a gajillion times, man. I love me some comics, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. These Captain America comics, check this out. This comic book is about him joining forces with Cable. As you can see him and Cable on the cover. Yeah, Cable from X-Men. If you don't know anything about no Cable, that's Captain America right there. It's called the Industrial Revolution. This is one of the few comics. Not everybody has this comic book in their head, man. That's why I take. And they guess who they're fighting? A giant head MODOK. They're going into a base to take him on. And man, they give him a whooping, man. I mean, dude, look at Captain America. Look at this, man. I mean, Captain America, he's joined forces with Wolverine in the Howling Commandos. He's led the Howling Commandos. How many different comic titles has there been? It's pretty insane. The amount of comic books that this guy has. He's one of the few characters, like I said, that's been around for a long time. It's the comics, the animation, the endless. Oh my God, it's just insane. And this comic book, you ain't gonna see it anywhere, man. I'm sorry. This ain't nothing you ever gonna see. There was even a thing called Heroes Reborn. He was part of that too. See right there? Heroes Reborn. Dude, and I got the comic books, man. You wish you had this in your hand. They're fighting AIM as well, and then Bucky joins them. But in this comic, look, let me show you. In this comic book, Bucky, you see? Bucky's, I think they made Bucky, in this comic book, they made Bucky a girl. Bucky Barnes. So they changed the universe. You know what I mean? Man, this comic book is sick, man. There's so many, I'm so glad I have this, man. Man, there's not too many characters, like I told you, that I have comic books. Look at this. Captain America Cable on each side. This is the sickest thing you've ever seen. Let's see what we got over here, man. Let me see what else I can show y'all. And look at, guess who he's fighting who? His arch nemesis. Yeah, that's right. Look at them going at it. Captain America giving him that business. You know what I mean? Oh my God, these comics are so sick. Man, look, this is the sickest. Like I said, it's called the Industrial Revolution. And of course, Steve Rogers and Cable, like, yeah, okay, yeah, it was great working with you, man. You know what I mean? Then I got another one. He's fighting Hydra. Check this comic book out. I couldn't believe I had a Captain America comic book. I had to go look for it, man. I was like, oh, wait, I do got a Captain America comic book. I'm actually shocked that I have a Captain America comic book. I still have it. Check this out, man. Man, look at the drawings on these things. This would help me, like, a lot of this stuff when I look at it is when I get to reminisce on my card. Look at him on the bike, man. Just chilling. Just chilling. Man, look at this. He's over there fighting. Let me see. Man, look at this. This is super cool. He's going on a single mission by himself. Let me see what else I can show you. Let me see. He's giving him that work. Look at that, man. Woo! Woo! These comics are sick. This is what we're doing over here, Sanusi Vision, man. Big things. We always doing cool things. Look at this. I just have to show y'all. He basically rescues an old friend, really. That's what this comic episode is about. Look at this, man. I know y'all are wondering, where did this dude get this comic? Yeah, that's right. I got a lot of cool vintage stuff. Y'all don't know about that, man. Y'all don't know nothing. Look at this. Priest was on office like, what the hell are you sending me on? You bull jive me. Yeah, man. Oh my God, this comic is so cool. Now it makes me want to read it, man. Oh my God. Look at this. Old school comics buzz. You got Captain America, you got Crystalline, you got the you got Exodus. I think that's Quicksilver right there. see here. What else is up in this comic, man? Oh man, this is so sick. Oh, this is so cool. Check that out, man. These are comics, man. You probably, the only way you get these in your hands if you go on Amazon.com or something. Because this right here is a collector's edition. No matter how old it looks to you in my hand, these are still sick as hell. They are so sick. I have had them for a long time, yo. So that's the comics of Captain America, man. Next. Next up is the animation. This dude has been in Avengers Earth Assemble, Avengers, Mightiest Heroes, animated movies, Ultimate Avengers 1 and 2. God, give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna go grab some stuff. You talk about cool. Yeah. You want to talk about animation? Check this out. Ultimate Avengers 1, Ultimate Avengers 2, 2006, and I believe this also came out in 2006 as well. Yep, back to back. Yep, 2006, man. Everybody ain't got this, man. Everybody ain't got this in your hand. And if you ain't never seen this, you missing out on Captain America. Now, this guy here literally focuses mostly on Captain America, right? So he brings to him about how he comes out from that 70-year deep freeze, right? Then he has to get acclimated to the world and come back. When he gets acclimated, he's like, where the hell am I? So in one of the few first scenes when they get him out of the ocean, at the icicle, man, he's giving the people at the shield the work. He's giving them that whooping. And then once he becomes acclimated to what's going on, he becomes, he's like, okay, Nick Fury basically wants him to lead the Avengers, right? But the Avengers ain't ready to be joint forces. So you got Giant Man, you got Giant Man, you got Wasp, you got Iron Man, you got Thor, so you got Black Widow, and you got Nick Fury, of course, and then of course you got Nick Fury, you got the Hulk, and Nick Fury's trying to get Captain America to lead him, and they go on one of the first missions together, and it's a total hot mess. Just everybody doing their own ISO thing, nobody listening to orders, nobody taking direction, and it's just a catastrophe, man. And then Captain America tells Nick Fury, yo, dude, I told you I wasn't ready for this, man. He ain't trying to deal with this, because when you have a guy who's dealing with a lot of loss and he has PTSD, the last thing he wants to do is lose more soldiers. He already lost all his homies, man. The Howling Commandos. You were so close to them dudes, and when he wakes up, they're dead and he's alive. He's like, man, I'm in the wrong time. I can't even imagine what kind of trauma that causes you. That's probably another thing they need to revisit, man, his trauma. And then, of course, Ultimate Avengers 2. Now, he has to help Black Panther defeat the foes of the Chitauri coming in trying to invade Wakanda for the vibranium, and so now he has to lead them again, and still dealing with PTSD stuff, to the point where he gets so out of control fighting the Chitauri that Nick Fury demotes him and puts Black Widow in charge, and so it's still the whole group of teams, except now you got the Black Panther 2 there, so you got Iron Man, you got Thor, you got Hulk, you got Giant Man, you got Black Widow, you got the Wasp, you know what I'm saying, and of course you got Black Panther, and they're all led by and they go into Wakanda, man. It's a hot mess, man. If you've never seen this, you got to see this. There's so many other cartoons too. Heroes Reborn, where him and Captain America are Heroes United, where him and Captain America join forces. You got different. I'm trying to think what other animations there are. I mean, a lot of the animations like Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Avengers Assemble. I think Avengers itself will help me to really understand Captain America. It was such a great cartoon. And then these two great cartoons as well. You know what I mean? So y'all, so I can show y'all what I'm talking about to show y'all right now. So here we go. Let me play that for y'all, man.
Okay, everyone advance. Wasp, that corridor is too high. Maintain position until you can be extracted.
Don't worry. At this size, nothing can...
Jan! Janet! Wasp, are you alright?
I'll find her.
No, Iron Man. Stay in position.
Sorry, Captain. Rescue me later. When I do.
Pim, back off! You're gonna bring the whole place down!
They're going to get us killed.
Thanks. I'm not used to being rescued. Move! Move! Move!
Help! He's not getting any air, and I can't get his helmet off!
Listen, about that arrogant jerk comment earlier?
Stark! I should have known.
Sir, I'm afraid...
Save it, Captain. I know what happened. You let that alien blow up the satellites and steal everything there is to know about S.H.I.E.L.D. Do you realize how vulnerable that makes us?
Nick, this wasn't his fault.
No, you're all to blame. You disobeyed orders. You deviated from the plan. And if Hank hadn't left his post, that intruder would have been ours.
I was trying to save my wife.
That was not your mission. I got no use for hotshot amateurs. You're fired, Pim.
Oh, yeah? Well, good luck winning this without us, Fury.
I'm sorry.
This is exactly why I work alone. You two, report back to base. Captain, where are you going?
I told y'all. I'm going to show y'all some stuff. The stuff that I showed y'all, some of the stuff I showed y'all, you got to see more. Dude, if you really want to really understand Captain America, you have to get into comics. You have to get into animation. And then you have to get into the movies last. Because if you try to get into movies before you get into the animation, it's not going to make any sense to you. A lot of people that watch the animation, like myself, when I used to go to the movies, I can't tell you how many times I was sitting next to my brothers and my sister. They're like, who is that character? I'm over here just telling people characters. I'm like, this is kind of amazing that I know all this stuff. Captain America is one of the few characters that actually everybody should get to know. Like I said, he symbolizes everybody and not just Caucasians, if that's what you want to feel like, oh, Captain America just represents white people. No, I'm sorry, I don't see him that way anymore. I see him as he represents everybody. The movies, the great job by Chris Evans, he's helped me to totally get it. I mean, he's such a universal character that at least Sam Wilson becomes the new Captain America. And of course, the TV show, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's all I gotta say right there. If you ain't got Disney Plus, go get your butt and watch it, man. So Captain America, right? The animations, man. The animations are endless. And I would love to see an animation series with just him. You know how sick that would be? Like, I know Marvel's going through these different phases that they're calling their projects that they're putting out. But man, I'm telling you right now, they gotta get a Captain America animated series. Not Avengers one. Here we go. A Captain America animated series. You know how sick that would be? Oh my god. That would be so sick. If they had a Avengers animated series. That would be a sick ass, a Captain America animated series. I don't care if it's for 2 seasons or 3 seasons or 1 season. Just as long as you have one. Man, that would be so sick. So that's Captain America animations, man. The animations are endless. You've got a guy who's been getting animated since the 1950s all the way up until now, 2023. So there's been many Avengers movies, animated movies. But one thing I've never seen is a Captain America animated movie and then a animated series. Those would be so sick. Now, I don't know about no TV show, but I do know about some animation. And if there's an animation of Captain America with the right storyline, I'm down for it. Because this guy's joined forces with everybody. Shoot, he was fighting when Magneto was fighting in the 50s. Like, he was a grown man when Magneto was a kid. That's how much far back this guy goes. This guy fought with Wolverine in the World War II. That's how there's this episode called Old Soldiers on X-Men Season 5, where him and Wolverine join forces, where we get to see Wolverine in the past, and him and Captain America join forces to defeat the Red Skull. Captain America, he's also been in, I think he's been in, has he been in Spider-Man, the animated series? I'm trying to think if he was. Yeah, actually he was. He came to defeat Red Skull when Captain America, when it was the six soldiers. There was this episode of 5-part series with Spider-Man, the animated series. Captain America was in that too. Look at me just remembering stuff left and right now. It's just insane. I'm actually watching Spider-Man, the animated series. Let me look this up, y'all. I got to look this up. Now I just got to look it up. Because I remember specifically, I got to look it up at least a little bit to tell y'all the right thing. Captain America, man, he's been around for a minute doing big things, man. Captain America is, like I said, he's one of the few characters that's actually everywhere. That's been everywhere. Let me look at here. Look at this. Okay, so season 4. Let's see here. Well, I'm finding this. It must be season 2. Hold on. I'm finding this because this is ridiculous. It must be season 5 then. Okay, there it is. 6 Forgotten Warriors. There it is. 6 Forgotten Warriors. That's part of what it was. 6 Forgotten Warriors. I remember this now. So you had the Wizard, Black Marble, the Thunderer, Miss America. Oh man, it was off the chain. It was like a 5-part what was it? It was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the whole episode ends with Electro, who's the son of Red Skull becoming Electro. It was Captain America's been in multiple different animations, man. He was even in this episode called called The Secret Wars. He was in that too. Man, this dude was in everything, man. Oh my god, The Secret Wars was awesome. The Secret Wars, man, and they had to fight Dr. Doom. Oh man, this just it was sick, man. I mean, I think no other characters enjoyed. One of the few characters that actually enjoyed being the whole through the gambit of everything that you can do in terms of being a character. Animations, man, if y'all never said, please go see it, because they're just too endless. It ain't just these two, man. It's everything else. Ultimate Avengers 2, Avengers Assemble, Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, man. I can't. I've just finished watching Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I'm about to watch Avengers Assemble again. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, that's what's up.
Alright, buddy. What's your beef?
You will address me as a tumor. I've spent years amassing my Atlantean army. Now, you surface dwellers will experience a true conqueror's ambition.
So you came to the Big Apple to make a name for yourself. How novel.
I've studied your kind. This city is the first step. Soon the entire surface world will fall before thee.
Tough talk. But nobody floods my city and gets away with it.
Cannonball! Now's not the time to be reckless, Hulk. You need strategy, not mindless chaos.
Time for a little fishing.
Of course they're running away. Didn't their boss just say they came here looking for a fight? Something's not adding up. Heads up, they're going underground. Iron Man, we've got Atlanteans on the subways.
I hear you, Cap. Loud and clear.
A brand new animated series.
We had our reasons for disbanding the Avengers. But something's changed. Avengers assemble!
Could you say that again into my phone? I want to make it my ringtone.
Give up, do you? Nope. You could have the power of the gods! Yet you wear a flag on your chest and think you fight a battle of nations. I have seen the future, Captain. There are no flags. Not my future.
Let's talk about the last but not least, the movies. Oh my God, Avengers movies. Oh my God, the first one pops off. Everybody knows what it is. We ain't even trying to dance around what it is. You know what I mean? The first one. So the movies, of course, specifically starring Chris Evans playing Captain America, man. This thing didn't jump off to 2011, the first Avengers movie. The first Captain America movie, Avengers. So there's been 3 movies. First Avenger in 2011, Captain America First Avenger. Second one came out in 20 let's see here. 20 let's see, 20 let me see, 2015, I think. Let's see. Let me see here. Infinity War, Endgame. So we got Captain America First Avenger. Then you got I'm trying to find the movies one at a time. So you got Captain America's First Avenger, Civil War. You got Captain America Civil War. Captain America Winter Soldier. So you got Captain America First Avenger, Captain America Civil War, Captain America Captain America First Avenger, Captain America Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War, then Avengers 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 Avengers, Avengers Age of Ultron, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame. I mean, Avengers the first one, he has to be created, become Captain America, goes through the serum phase, only fights with the Howling Commandos. He falls into the ocean, becomes part of he gets frozen and sleeping there for like 70 years. You're like, damn, this dude's sleeping, he's knocked out. And he loses everybody that he's ever known. Colonel Phillips, Peggy Carter, the Howling Commandos, everything lost. He wakes up in Avengers Winter Soldier 2. And then Winter Soldier 2, he's kind of getting himself acclimated. And meanwhile, from Winter Soldier 1, Avengers, the first movie comes out in 2012. He's over there having to join forces with a bunch of dudes he don't know from nowhere. And he's out trying to fit in, be part of a team. And he also has to somehow become the leader of the team. And they ain't really trying to listen because everybody's trying to do their own thing. I mean, it's off the chain, man. And then after that, he comes back, Captain America, Winter Soldier. Now he figures out that Bucky's alive. And so he's trying to figure out who's the enemy, who's not. Because guess what? Nick Fury's been killed, supposedly. And he doesn't know that Nick Fury tells him S.H.I.E.L.D. has been compromised, which makes a lot of sense why a lot of weird stuff was happening. Then when the S.H.I.E.L.D. gets compromised, him and Black Widow have to go undercover. Then they also get joint forces with Falcon, and all three of them come together to try to defeat Hydra. And to defeat Hydra, which they do, they demolish the whole Hydra base. The whole S.H.I.E.L.D. base goes to crap. They just take out everybody and their godmother. And then the third one, Captain America Civil War. Him and Captain America, he decides that signing the Accords was not a good idea, which turned out to be the right thing. So then Stark joins forces with War Machine, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Black Panther against Captain America, Captain America, Winter Soldier, who else? Spider-Man was also part of Iron Man's team on Civil War. Then of course Captain America was Captain America, Winter Soldier, Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, Vision. Not Vision. Falcon. Yeah, so it was them. And it turns out Captain America was right. And then of course Ant-Man was on that team too, on Captain America's team. And it turns out Captain America was right because what Captain America was trying to do was defeat Bucky. But also think he had a moral crush. He had a moral issue that he was dealing with within himself. He knew Bucky had killed Tony's parents, but Bucky was still his friend. And as you can see in the end, when he writes Iron Man that note saying, "I'm sorry," I guess he was trying to deal with it mentally, where it was like trying to justify, but you couldn't justify killing somebody's parents, man. So then the Avengers disassemble, literally disassemble. Just like in this episode of Avengers Assemble. There was I think it was season 3. Where the Avengers went their own separate ways because Captain America was like, "Yo, bro, Iron Man, you are morally corrupt. You ain't right, man." Captain America was always sat in the moral code, period. What's wrong is wrong, what's right is right. There's no gray area, which makes a lot of sense. Can you imagine if everybody lived that way? The Earth might be a better place to live in if there was no gray area, So Captain America is like, okay, I'm going to be the Winter Soldier. And what's great about these movies is that Chris Evans does such a great job. I would never thought that he would become Captain America. But when he became Captain America, oh my God, this dude did such a great job. I can't tell you how the fact that Chris Evans played this character made me really like him. I did not like Captain America for nothing. But when these movies came out, oh my God. And then of course the Avengers movies, man. The end, Avengers 1, when they're all trying to come together and the whole team has to find themselves. Avengers 2, the Age of Ultron. Ultron manipulates the whole team with the help of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. And then Avengers Infinity Game. Everybody and their godmother didn't think of that could be an Avenger was an Avenger. And at the same time, they were still fighting each other. Tony Stark and Iron Man weren't speaking, right? In Avengers Infinity War. And so you got one team on this side of the tracks. Then you got another team on the other side of the tracks. And over there in Infinity War, Thanos is literally scheming on getting the gems for the Infinity Gauntlet. And once he's able to get it, he's like, "Oh, I'm going to divide these mugs." And then, of course, Endgame. The whole gambit comes out. So everybody comes back from disappearing. 5 years later, the whole team is separated. And then Iron Man and Tony Stark have to forgive each other and move past the egos and move into become a team again, so that the whole Avengers come together. And man, it was off the chain. It was bummed out that Black Widow died in it. I'm still salty about it. Of course, Iron Man dying in it made me mad as hell. Vision died in it. Boy, they weren't playing. They was dropping characters like flies, man. And then Captain America, man, picks up the hammer. I always knew he was gonna get that hammer, boy. You could see when it was in Avengers Age of Ultron, when he actually made it move, and Thor was like, whoa. You know what I mean? But Captain America put that thing at the thunder strike, man. It was just giving Thanos the business, man. Captain America got them hands, boy. But you know what I mean? The Avengers movies Chris Evans did such a great job. Like, I'm actually watching Winter Soldier right now again. I can't tell you how many times I've watched Winter Soldier. Like I told you, Captain America series is the best trilogy I've ever seen. First Avenger, Winter Soldier, and then Civil War. I can't think of any other three movies that have ever been better than that. Maybe Star Wars is the only thing I think of that had a great trilogy. I'm talking about the ones from the 1970s, the first originals. Blade had two great ones. The third one was like, oh my god. Iron Man, hell no. 2 and 3 were hell no. Spider-Man, yeah, it's okay. They're not, but they can't touch Captain America. Even the Avengers movies can't touch Captain America. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Black Panther is the only thing that's got it going right now. That's got 2 great Black Panther movies. Even the Avengers movies can't touch Captain America. Avengers movies come behind Captain America. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, because I didn't think Age of Ultron was as good as the original Avengers movies, and it sure as hell wasn't better than the other 2. So yeah, it's not better than those Avengers movies, but they're not better than the Captain America 3 movies. But it's still 3 great. Still everything Captain America did. He's part of 7 great movies. 7, not 3, but 7 great movies. 7 great movies, man. It's just, do you know how much work that is, man? So Chris Evans and these movies are incredible. They're incredible skits. So let me show you a little bit of them. Just some of the one I'm talking about right here. Man, what did I tell y'all? If you've never seen Captain America, if you're watching my podcast right now, please go on. If you have Disney Plus, just go watch it sequentially. Don't just be skipping stuff. Watch Captain America, First Avenger, Winter Soldier, then Civil War, then watch all the Avengers movies. And you might have to squeeze in Avengers 1 right after First Avenger, Captain America. I'm just telling you, man, it's just how it is. You got to watch it, man. That's just how it go. You got to watch it, man. So that's Captain America, Winter Soldier, Captain America, one of the greatest Marvel characters of all time. I personally think he's top 5. That's just me, because of the historic ramifications of Captain America. And not to also mention, he's been modified. He started off as one thing in a sort of propaganda type of way, and then become a real hero to everybody. Because back then, man, comics were drawn in the most ignorant ways you could ever imagine. And I ain't finna go into all that discussion, because I ain't gonna spoil but it was horrible. Like, Captain America was described as fighting people that were people looking like rats, monkeys, and all kinds of disrespectful nonsense, because that's what it was back then. It was just real propaganda type BS, type bullshit, pardon my English. But as the character transcended, I really think 2011, when First Avenger came out, it really changed the way Captain America was seen by everybody. Not just Caucasians, but the way Hispanics saw him, the way African Americans saw him, the way Asians saw him. We kind of said, okay, this guy's a guy that can represent everybody. That's why it's called Captain America, for God's sake. You know what I mean? But Captain America is a sick old character, man. I really enjoy talking about this episode. I've waited a long time to talk about this episode. And if I'm going to talk about Captain America, Steve Rogers, you know I got to talk about Captain America, Sam Wilson. Come on now. So that's next on the docket. So Captain America, Steve Rogers. I mean, this dude is sick as hell, man. All that in a bag of chips, man. You know what I mean? I still can't believe I have these comics. This is so sick. This is so cool. You know what I mean? This is super, super, super cool.
What do we do, Cap? We fight.
This is gonna end well.
You're not stopping.
Neither are we.
But yo, that's Captain America, Winter Soldier. You know what I'm saying? Avengers, baby. Look at this. Woo! That right there is how you do with Captain America, man. You know what I mean? But that's Captain America, man. Steve Rogers, one of these greatest characters. Like I said, if you've never seen the movie, you got to go see it. You got to go see it, man. So that's our show for today. It was great talking about Captain America, his origins, his history, his powers, the comics, the animation, the movies. I ain't never seen no TV show. And if there is one, I probably don't know about it. But if it's out there, man, hey, all the power to it. Let me check it out, man. You know what I mean? So that's our show for today. Don't forget about it. We're going to talk about all the cool new stuff we got. First on the docket, man, we just got it we just got it out the lab, man. This is what we're doing over here at Sound Vision. I told you we're giving things. And I told you I've been in therapy. And when you do therapy, it really creates a lot of things, puts you at peace, man. I'm in such a serene place, not even funny. Serenity, peace, and clarity. Always, that's my thing. Guess what I did? So I created a journal. I designed my own journal. Forget going to Target or somewhere else to go buy it. I created my own journal. Check this out. That's the front. That's the back. We do journals now, man. And these journals are customized. So you can get journals. You can get journals. We're going to start putting samples of them on my website. For any of my drawings, it does not matter. Carjack for Assassins, Blade, Iron Man. Look at this. And yes, so you can see. It really is a journal. Look at this. It really is a journal. And this are notes to myself. I'm not going to let y'all see it. You know what I mean? Those are personal notes. But that's the front. That's the back. I can customize it. You can start to see a bunch of designs on the website. From Carjack for Assassins to Blade, Iron Man, Batman, Wonder Woman, Voltron, Turtles, Mega Man, Captain America, you name it, I'm gonna be creating journals. And if you like, you can. And if I have a drawing on my website that once I've added the journals and you don't see it, you can always call me and say, hey, can you customize and take one of your drawings, maybe whoever it is that you want me to put on the journal, and I'll put that. You know what I mean? But we got journals now, man. This thing is a cool. They're hardcover. They're coated. They're not getting dirty. They're not getting messy. They feel so cool. Look at this, y'all. This is what the journal looks like. It's hard. It's so sick. You know what I mean? So we doing journals now, man. We doing big things on Sound Vision. So, you know, journals, that's what we're doing over here, man. Go get your journal. Who doesn't want to record their own history? You know what I mean? Look at this. Nice pages, nice cover, line 2 as well, as you can see. I know you can see the lines. See? That's the lines right there. So you can write everything you need to write, daily achievements, daily goals, trying to do with yourself. And yes, you know, most people that once you enter therapy and you continue with it and you get out of it, what you realize is that you need a record of your history, of yourself. You know what I mean? So it's not so much that when you're not going to be here anymore. It's just more about for you to know what's going on in your life. That's what I believe a journal is for. So I said, you know what? Let me design my own journal. So I was about to go to Target and buy another journal. I said, nah, I ain't going to do that, man. I'm going to design my own journal. And I did. This thing is cool as hell. It is super, super sick. So journals available now on soundvision.com, y'all. We're still doing the Sound Vision. We always doing big things. Y'all know how we doing it, man. You know what I mean? Now, next up. We got travel neck pillows. Yeah, we always traveling, man. Carjack for Assassin travel neck pillow right here. The classic Carjack for Assassin right here. You know what I'm saying? Then the version 5 on this side. Super comfortable. You know what I'm saying? If you like traveling a lot, which we're back to traveling because we're not in a pandemic anymore. Got your neck lean back, man. Last thing you need is your neck just to be all over the place. But we got this travel neck pillow. It ain't going nowhere. Plus, it's super comfortable. And you can wash it when you need to wash it. It don't get dirty like that, man. You know what I mean? So, yo, Carjack for Assassins. You can get in multiple characters. Carjack for Assassins, Blade, Iron Man, Batman, Voltron, Black Panther, Black Lightning. You name it, you can get it. If it's on my website, if I got a drawing of the character, you can get it. You can even get my pencil sketch drawings on this thing if that's what you want, man. You know what I mean? So, soundvision.com, y'all. Then, of course, glasses cases. Glasses cases. Yes, we all wear glasses. I wear glasses sometimes. You know what I mean? I wear glasses sometimes. Pardon me. Gotta put these on right here. You know what I mean? But how many glasses cases you know that comes with own custom cleaning cloth? Yeah, that's right. Custom cleaning cloth. Custom. And it's washable. And guess what? Yes, so you know it works. I'm actually going to clean my glasses with it. There you go. You know what I mean? That's what we're doing over here at Sound Vision, man. We always just creating cool stuff, man. I mean, what can I tell you? Everything I've dreamed of doing as a kid, I'm doing it now, man. Check this out. You got the interior. Look at this. Nice, cushy stuff, man. I've had this glasses case for a while. I've dropped it I don't know how many times, and this thing just keeps on ticking. It ain't breaking. It just keeps on ticking. So glasses cases, y'all. Soundvision.com. Let's do a 360 turn so y'all can see it. Look at this, man. See, we doing big things at Sound Vision, man. It's all we do at Sound Vision is create cool stuff. And then, of course, the water bottle. Can't forget the water bottle. We always got the water bottle. If you love to exercise, if you love bike riding, if you love to take care of yourself, or you just want to make sure you get your 1 gallon of water in every single day, 32-ounce water bottles, man. Stainless steel, all kinds of characters. Carjack Assassins, Blade, Iron Man, Batman, Wonder Woman, Voltron. We got like about 10 designs right now on the website, so you got to go get your water bottle right now, man. People are loving these water bottles. I've sold them, quite a bit of them. I didn't know they'd be this popular, but they are. And I'm going to get my water on. Gotta stay hydrated. And of course, the footwear. I'm always talking about the footwear. These are the low tops, man. The Batas 2 low tops. Check that out, y'all. This we're doing this on the vision. We doing major things over here, man. You know what I mean? The Batas 2 low tops. You know what I mean? The Batas 2 low tops. Check that out. Different colors. You can see this side. This is a gray one, but you can get it in black, blue, red, purple, green, you name it. The low tops, man, these are popular. You know what I mean? And then, of course, you got the high tops. Woo! Look at them jokers, man. Different colors. Outside. Then, of course, the inside's always different, man. This one, the high tops right here, man. These are sick as hell. These are the platinums. These are for them collectors, man. The ones that go to the shoe expos and stuff like that. You need to get the Batas 2 high tops platinum right here, man. Then I got to show y'all the old school Batas ones. Give me a second real quick. Yeah, I see. I had to go get the old ones out of the box. Let y'all know how we rolling. This is how the whole thing started right here. The Batas 1 right there. Check that out, man. You see the art right here. These are the Batas 1, the OGs, man. Young people I try to be like, yo, you have any more of these? Yeah, I got them, man. Come on now. I'm the maker. I'm the creator. You know what I mean? Then you got this side right here. Check that out. The inside, classics inside. Then the outside, the Batas 1. This is what we're doing over here at Sound Vision, man. Always creating cool stuff. They're like, damn, you created something this cool. It is, man. This is what we're doing. I'm really proud of these creations, man. God, this is how you know this shoe hasn't been worn that much. Look how clean the sole is. You know what I mean? So that's Sound Vision. That's what we're doing here, man. So you know, that's our show for today. That's all the cool stuff we got. Of course, can't forget the puffer jacket I got on, and I can't forget the Sound Vision podcast T-shirt available on soundvision.com. Go get your pair today, so you can get your show. You can get your shine on. We got them in multiple colors: dark gray, black, purple, green, pink. You name it, man. We're gonna have beanies for the Sound Vision podcast stuff, puffer jackets, you name it. It's gonna be on the website, man. And of course, can't forget talk about the Carjack Assassins comic book that's coming out soon. Now, what this right here is the bio book. And this bio book is going to help you to understand the first official Carjack Assassins comic book that's coming out, because it's sick as hell. Just like how Captain America had his history, Carjack Assassin he's got his history, man. And you got to go get this comic book right here. This bio book is going to help you understand all the characters from the Carjack Assassin universe, because that first official Carjack Assassin comic book, when it comes out, is going to be spitfire. I'm so proud of it. It's going through correction phases right now. Once it's done, I get to do all that paperwork stuff and protection, copywriting, all that good jazz right there. And once it's done, it's going to be on and cracking. But before you can get it, you got to go get you this bio book, so that when the comic book comes out, you understand the characters, where they're from, what they look like, what they can do. Because when you get this bio book, it's going to be like, whoa, these characters are off the chain. Because when you see the comic book, you're going to be like, OMG. And this is version 5 right here. They don't look like this no more. You ain't going to be able to tell who's who, man. And look, let's meet the heroes. And the heroes, the Carjacks, right? Cajun, Escalade, Glocks, Rasputin, Sincere, Shepard, Diesel, you know what I mean? The heroes right there. And of course the villainous assassins, man. Those guys don't give a damn. They just want to take over the world and the universe, man. You know what I mean? Led by Lord Sanusi. And then his general artillery, Kanji, Revo, Snipes, Excursion, Yukon, and of course the Coyotes, man, the assassins. So Carjack Assassins biobook, man, available now on soundvision.com, so that you can know what's up when the first official Carjack Assassin Carjack Assassin comic book comes out, man. So y'all, that's our show for today, man. I want to thank y'all for listening. This has been an awesome, amazing episode talking about Captain America. As always, you know, this guy is one of the greatest Pantheon characters in Marvel history. Top 5, as far as I'm concerned, top 3. You know what I mean? Because realistically, who can you really say is more important than Captain America in the Marvel universe in terms of characters? So he's got the best 3 movies, so we already know that. That's for dang sure. You know what I mean? So y'all, you know what I'm saying? That's Captain America for today, man. I really enjoy talking about this guy. Now, before we get up out of here, we got to thank our sponsors. This Sound Vision podcast is brought to you by To Grill. If you need executive services from plumbers to pediatricians and everything between, that's TrueGrill.com, y'all. That's TrueGrill.com. You got to get on TrueGrill.com today. I'm saying, and you can find everything you need. To Grill, led by that president, Adetaya Buke, definitely doing big things. It's funny how finding services that you need has actually become difficult, but it doesn't have to be difficult because you got places like To Grill, search togrill.com to help you format, find, zero down, weed out the horrible ones and get the best of the best. That's what you want. So when you want to find the best of the best, you got to get on togrill.com. That's togrill.com, y'all, togrill.com. And this podcast is also brought to you by Anadel Foot and Ankle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadel Foot and Ankle make your feet happy again. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. As I stated before, man, I want to thank you for listening. This episode has been amazing. Talking about Captain America is always, it's been cool. I've been waiting a long time to do this, man. So I'm very, very, very excited. So, you know what I mean? I want to thank you for listening. This podcast is produced, written, and directed by yours truly, Adewale Boke Jr. Please check out our website at soundvision.com for all the cool stuff we got. Beanies, puffer jackets, water bottles. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. We got to show y'all the cool stuff. Journals. Yeah, journals, man. You got to record your own history. You know what I mean? Journals, man. Who doesn't want to record their own history? Then, of course, you got the bio books. You know what I mean? You got glasses cases. You know what I'm saying? So this we're doing at Sound Vision, man. You got to get on there and look for all the cool stuff. We always got something cool going on. We got hoodie dresses. We got sweaters. We got bomber jackets. We got custom hoodies. Of course, we got the Batas footwear line. You know what I mean? You got to always do that, man. And then please subscribe to our podcast on our YouTube channel because everything is visual now. Nobody wants to just listen to you. People want to see, listen. You know what I mean? So subscribe to our podcast. So when new episodes drop every Monday, you can be able to ready to listen because our podcast list is growing on our YouTube channel exponentially. I can't believe how far it has come in such a short time. And that's what happens to you when you're consistent with something. So every day, every week, posting, having an awesome show on there. Aside from the podcast, we've got promoting our great products. All the stuff that we sell on soundvision.com. So visit it. The videos are catching on. I'm getting notices from YouTube telling me how great the channel is. So please subscribe so that when new episodes come up with the podcast, you can get to know, you can see what's up, and also to the various promotional videos that I do, man. You know what I mean? And please don't forget our social media platforms at YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, X, and Instagram. Look, social media is the name of the game. Use it to your advantage. I'm tired of these artists that are talking about I'm keeping it real. You're not keeping anything real. You're just an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Artists finally have a platform where they can promote what they do individually without having a middleman rip you off. Yo, I'm down for it. Look, when the pandemic came around, I really couldn't go to comic expos and shows. I was like, I'm going to figure out a different way to make money. And guess what I did? I used social media. Now, put up a social media post on my TikTok, my Facebook, my YouTube channel. That's automatic visit to my website, man. I'm giving myself an opportunity to create a sale. Not only that, there's no middleman. So I'm already the creator, the distributor. You know what I'm saying? So when people order, I see the order, I make the stuff, and I send it to my customers. That's how you get loyalty. See, most of these artists, their problem is they don't have no business acronym. I'm like using social media for it is free. Free. I have more followers than most big companies in America. That's how well I'm doing on the social media platform, man. And people reach out to me. My friends are like, man, I see all your posts, man. Your content is ridiculously good. I said, thank you, because it's a lot of work to do that stuff, man. So social media is part of the game. Please do not let yourself be fooled by the fact that you think that social media is not important. It is too important. You know what I mean? It is way too important. You know what I mean? And please, don't forget to review us, rate us, give us a 5-star, don't be a hater. And as always, y'all, continue to aspire and achieve. Have a great week. Stay safe, y'all. Peace.
Stand down, Captain Rogers. Stand down. Repeating, stand down.